Have you ever wondered how the power of perseverance can lead to triumph, even when all odds seem stacked against you? This ancient tale from a past life of the Buddha can shed some wisdom on how determination and moral conduct come together to shape our destiny. By the end, one may discover that what begins as a spark of unwavering resolve can light the way to a grand and surprising conclusion. Benares, a splendid and orderly kingdom, was ruled by a fair king, envied by neighbors. Central to the kingdom's pride was a remarkable horse, admired throughout the lands of India and beyond for its unmatched strength, intelligence, grace, and noble lineage. Tales of his qualities reached every corner of India. His stall was always filled with the fragrance of fresh flowers. His food was of the finest quality, served in golden bowls, reinforcing the horse's special status within the kingdom. Despite this tranquility, trouble brewed beyond Benares's peaceful borders. 7 neighboring kings, fueled by envy and ambition, secretly plotted to seize Benares for their own, uniting their formidable armies to demand the kingdom's surrender or face immediate war. The threat cast a dark shadow over Benares, filling its citizens with fear and uncertainty. The wise king, understanding the gravity of this situation, convened his most trusted advisors to seek counsel. After careful deliberation, they proposed that instead of engaging in a devastating war, the kingdom should rely on a single, extraordinarily brave knight whose skills were renowned throughout the region. This knight, celebrated for his courage, wisdom, and unmatched combat skills, was summoned immediately. When brought before the king, the knight confidently vowed that he could defeat the united armies single-handedly, but he insisted upon riding the king's noble horse into battle, knowing it was his best chance for success. The king, recognizing the wisdom, quickly granted permission, instructing his finest craftsmen to outfit both the knight and the horse in the best armor and weaponry available. The day of battle arrived, and the entire kingdom watched in anxious silence as the knight mounted the horse and rode towards the battlefield. The enemy had set up 7 massive camps, each bristling with weapons and filled with fierce soldiers ready for battle. Undaunted, the knight and the noble horse charged boldly into the fray. One by one, the knight and horse systematically dismantled each enemy camp. Their courage, combined with the horse's unmatched speed and agility, allowed them to defeat and capture each of the enemy kings. After each victory, cheers rose from the citizens of Benares, their hope restored by these incredible feats of valor. However, during the fierce battle at the 6th camp, an enemy spear struck the noble horse. Despite this injury, the knight managed to capture the 6th enemy king, but upon returning, he deeply worried about the horse's condition. Seeing the severity of the wound, he considered switching to another mount for the final battle. As preparations were being made, the injured horse seemed to sense that another animal would not guarantee success. Summoning an inner strength that defied his physical pain, the horse struggled to rise, communicating through his determined gaze a silent plea to finish what they had started together. Touched by this profound display of loyalty and courage, the knight remounted his beloved steed. Although weakened and bleeding, the noble horse charged forward once more, astonishing the enemy and boosting the morale of Benares's defenders. With sheer determination and strength born from deep loyalty and honor, the knight and the noble horse broke through enemy lines, capturing the 7th and final king. Victorious and exhausted, they returned to the city gates to a hero's welcome. The king, deeply moved, congratulated and comforted the pair. Observing the gentle, compassionate look in the wounded horse's eyes, the king realized a profound truth about leadership, mercy, and victory. True triumph, he understood, lay not in revenge or punishment, but in compassion and forgiveness. Inspired by this insight, the king spared the lives of the captured rulers, requiring instead a solemn promise of lasting peace. Grateful for this merciful gesture, the defeated kings readily agreed, transforming former enemies into allies. With his mission complete and peace restored, the noble horse, comforted by the presence of those who deeply respected and admired him, quietly passed away. In recognition of his unwavering loyalty, extraordinary courage, and ultimate sacrifice, the horse was honored with a magnificent funeral ceremony befitting the bravest of heroes. Many years later, the Buddha himself recounted this powerful story to inspire a disciple who was overwhelmed by hardship. Through this timeless tale, the Buddha taught the disciple and generations thereafter a valuable lesson: that perseverance combined with compassion has the power to overcome even the greatest adversities. It reminds us all that challenges met with bravery and kindness not only transform individual destinies, but also foster enduring peace and unity for the greater good.